Hey, what's up, YouTube? What's up, my TIs, my special people? Um, I wanted to do this, like record this as soon as I woke up, but I didn't wake up because I didn't even sleep last night, to be honest. Like, fuck. This has nothing to do with targeting, like, at first, what I'm gonna talk about, but it's just like, I'll tell you, like, what happened. I started talking to, um, some someone that was really really cool, and then that person was also a TI, and it's the first time I've been talking to like someone like a TI, actually like talking, and I can understand because I even had a conversation with this person. I even told him like, it's difficult because a lot of TIs out there are very suspicious about everybody, so a lot of times they can't really talk to like other people because they're looking too deep into like what the person says, and they get they start thinking like you're a perp. And to be honest, like I said something, I commented, I said a comment, and now that I think about it, it was pretty stupid, but um I did apologize for it. But as soon as I said that, this person was like, what did you say? And then they said, are you a perp? And I'm like, what? Like, to hear that from that person, to question that I was a perp, like that shit really, it really hurt. And it reminded me of the same feeling I had when my dad told me that I was crazy for and he and man, it really almost broke me when my dad told me that, because my dad has always been the one that's like always had my back, like he's always been there. He's always like had my back. And one time at work, the chopper came and the fucking helicopter was like buzzing like over the shop, like loud as fuck, like the doo doo doo, like the fucking that loud ass rumbling sound, like a fucking demon growling and shit. And then I was recording it, and then my dad looked at me, and I was just like, "What? Like you can't hear what's going on?" And then he said, "Like, oh, you're crazy, man." And like when he said that, it was like the same feeling like I had when this person like asked if I was a perp, and it seemed like that person made up their mind, and just didn't want to talk no more. And I was just like, damn, it's really that bad. And I just wanted to make this video so I could just try to explain, like why I think it's so difficult for us TIs to have like any type of relationship, um, whether it's friendship, whether it's like a relationship with like a girl or something, or a boy if you're a girl. And I just think like these motherfuckers, they desensitize us so much to the point where, for example, like they'll use the color codes, right? They'll use different colors at different times, whether it's blue or whether it's black. I'll tell you right now, like this past couple weeks, they've been using pink and like aqua blue, and I have pictures and all that shit. And today they're using the same colors, but then they added on purple. And I'm this person did tell me like, oh, are you even targeted? Do you have any like videos or something? And I was like, yeah, I could show you right now. I could prove it to you right now. And then, but I guess it was late. But then I've been getting hit hard ever since I released my first couple videos on YouTube, like last week. And that was expected and shit, but it's been I didn't sleep last night because I used to suffer so bad from like sleep paralysis. If you don't know what that is, it's like when like you're in bed and you're kind of like either you're falling asleep or you're waking up, but it's like you get stuck and you can't move. and you feel like a pressure on you. And honestly, I always felt like an evil presence, and like trying to like suck me in, or fucking like, choke me. And the only way it would stop is when I would call out to Jesus. And sometimes it would go away fast, or sometimes it wouldn't, and I'll have to keep praying. But yesterday I was watching this video I always watched, where when I feel kind of like down. And I'll leave the link in the description to this video. You guys should check it out. It's called "Many Are Called, Few Are Chosen." And I knew it was, I knew it was gonna be a crazy night, because like I kept hearing my name be called. And um, I felt like, these fucking demons were taunting me, because like I just finished watching a sermon when this preacher was talking about when God is calling you, and how to tell the difference if it's the devil calling you, and how to test the spirits. And like right after that happened, like I kept hearing like, Danny, Danny. And I know for sure it wasn't that voice to skull and all that bullshit. Like I'm pretty sure like it was like demonic. And I'll tell you why. Cause like I started to lay down, and then immediately I got stuck in paralysis, and I started to hear like a growling like in my ear, like, and it kept getting closer and closer. And then I felt my legs like lifting up, like, and I can like barely like look. But when I like look, like barely, because like I was like I couldn't move, my legs were still on the bed, like, but I felt my body like trying to like literally like something was pulling my soul out of my body. And when that happened, like, I kept praying, and it eventually stopped. But the feeling was just, I used to see other people talk about that and sleep paralysis and everything. And um, I would always like, damn, I would like, I never got in that. But I've been like, paralyzed and shit like that. But this was the first time like that actually happened to me. And it was like, um it was just after me finishing watching a spiritual, you know, a message. And and it was crazy, because this person specifically wrote at the end, like, the devil is gonna hit the hardest when you're closest to like your breakthrough. And I can't tell you like the evil I felt. And like the when I was trying to when this I felt like they were trying to like take me out of my fucking like body, so they can like, like possess it. And I didn't sleep. I couldn't go back to sleep. And and then I told myself, you know what, I haven't picked up I haven't picked up my phone and started and recorded like, the gang stalking things in a while, because there was a time when I used to just do that. Like I have so many videos and so many pictures of like my harassment from like, photos. And I can't tell you how many like videos I have of the helicopters. And I work in different like cities, and it's the same thing. So and but for a moment, like, I had to back away from that, because you can't give too much attention. Like I know it's important to document like what's going on. But sometimes like you can't be so caught up in that, because your attention is just focused on that. And you're just gonna start fucking like tripping out, and they're gonna hit you hard, and you're just gonna look fucking crazy. And then and you especially look crazy when you're alone doing it, pointing cameras. That's why they benefit more, because they're always more than one. They always can fucking like pass the torch between those motherfuckers, and they can like talk and act like nothing's happening, and you're just alone looking like a fucking like crazy fool. I guess that's one of the reasons why they love to separate us. And but oh yeah, well, back to what I was saying with the codes. Like I see, they desensitize us to colors, right? So imagine, and the reason they do that, this is what I believe, like truly, is because everybody around us is wearing colors, whether they're a perp or not. So if they desensitize us to every single color, imagine if one day they don't like harass us, like they don't even come, right? But we're already like desensitized. So if we see a normal person around us wearing the colors that we were desensitized to, we're automatically gonna assume they're a perp, and we're not gonna be the same towards other other people. We're not gonna be the same towards our community. So the whole the whole positive the whole positive thing that we brought to the community, our influence, our, you know, being empowered, able to being free thinkers, because that's what we are. We're free thinkers. We we're a threat to them because they can't control the way to lock us down in the system, you know, and stuck in the matrix like how everyone else is. We're critical thinkers. We're free thinkers. We don't we won't oblige to the satanic system, and they know that we will free minds. I know, as corny as that sounds, just like the movies, but you know they love to mock us with the truth in movies and cartoons and shit, and lie to us in our faces in news. So they do that so we can damage ourselves, and we can look at the community and look at everybody in the community as enemies, even when some are not. That's the way they're programming us. See, because they realize that we something happened where we were deprogrammed, where we totally woke up from the trance and from the brainwashing that we received all throughout schools, because school is just indoctrination. It's just teaching us bullshit, and they noticed that, so they had to like program us, and they had to get us fucking like thinking again. But the mistake that we're doing is that we're not letting strangers in to even give them a chance to like show their true colors. We're automatically looking for things. Like if I say something to somebody, and it happened to be something similar to what a perp told them, they're automatically gonna just shut down, put their wall, and just like look at me as the enemy. And I know that's exactly what those motherfuckers want. But I can't stress it enough, guys. Like, we have to really, really pay attention to that. And we have to, like, not look at everybody as the enemy. We gotta at least give it a chance, at least give them a chance to show their colors, show who they are, because that's what we always did, right? Like before all this happened, if they're gonna desensitize us to every color in the fucking world, if they're gonna desensitize us to every sound in the world, eh, then where can we go? Who can we talk to? Can we be alone forever? Like, do you understand like the strategy that they're using, and our minds, the way we are, is basically we're destroying and we're sealing our own fate. And I think that's the game plan for them. So today, it's my goal today to record my harassment today. Right now it's barely 9 o'clock in the morning. I just went just to go have breakfast, and you know, sure enough, I got some, you know, footage of the chopper, you know, helicopter following me and stuff like that, and people that I was at the coffee shop with that were sitting right in front of me, like happened to be like by my crib, and like as soon as I pass by, they're pointing like right at me, acting like they're fucking showing somebody directions, you know, like stupid shit like that they do. And the person that called me a perp, I really it really bothers me, you know, it really does, and I just wanna, you know, call me crazy or tell me I'm wasting my time or whatever with this, but I gotta just show them like I'm not a perp, and if it takes, you know, recording this and releasing all my footage, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. And to be honest, that kind of gave me the thought like I'm gonna welcome the harassment, you know, because I'm tired of fucking people telling TIs that they're crazy and that they're not going through it. And if it takes me putting myself out there so I can get footage, so I can show people that they're not crazy, then I don't mind doing that. I don't mind at all. I'll sacrifice myself for the bigger cause, and I'll die for this shit. I'll die for this shit. And they know that. Don't forget how special you are. Until next time, God bless. It's RCD Garden. Take care, guys. Don't forget to pray.